My name is James Totin, T-O-T-I-N. I retired out of the Navy as a senior chief construction mechanic. When I first got involved in the Navy was in high school. I lived in a little town called Coulterville, Pennsylvania, right along the Youghiogheny River. And there was a guy there that was in the Seabees reserves. And there was probably about 15 or 20 guys that lived in this little town that were the guys. And what he did was he got every one of us to join the Seabees reserves in high school. I think it was in 11th grade. And so we used to go up into the mountains in Pennsylvania on trips, weekend trips, bi-monthly trips, and work in various different projects for the Seabees Reserve Unit. And then the way this program worked back then, you went to boot camp in your last year of high school. And in my particular case, it was in right around Christmas vacation. And all the guys that went up there, of course, we had our heads shaved. You know, and so we spent it was a 2-week tour because it had to be quick. And so coming back into high school, everybody looking at you and you were bald-headed. And that was in Great Lakes. And then you had, after you graduated, you had approximately 6 months before you would go on active duty. You were gone somewhere. And so I ended up on a Greyhound bus with all my buddies that was in that group that he got started there. And we went to Philadelphia and the receiving station in Philadelphia. And man, we hung around in this. It was like it was a transfer station, and we hung around in there for a short time and had some administrative things done, physicals taken, and all of my buddies left. They went to mobile construction battalions, and they went to various different places related to Seabees, and I got stuck there. And I was stuck there for a while. After a couple of weeks, I asked the chief. I said, well, you know, what's going on? You know, all my guys, all the guys I came with, they're already gone, and here I am. What's happening to me? He said, I'll check on and let you know. So he came back and he says, oh, they got you doing this. Somebody's doing some kind of clearance on you, some FBI thing. And I said, well, okay. Well, I was there for about 2 months after they left, and what they were doing was a background check on me in the area that I came from. And so I finally got notification that and a set of orders that I was going to Charleston Naval Weapons Annex, which was a Polaris missile base. And they had Seabees there that took care of putting the missiles on the submarines. So it was in Charleston, up the river. The base is still there, but I don't think it's called the same thing. And what the function of was to load these missiles up on these submarines, and they would sneak out of the harbor and go do their thing. Back in the early '60s, and so I stayed there for 2 years, and my time was up. And of course, the process was you want to re-enlist. Well, I didn't know what I was going to do. I didn't have the slightest idea. I was having fun. Enjoying being a mechanic, and so I said, well, can I go to some kind of a school? So they sent me to school in Port Hueneme to learn about mechanics. I went there, and I was there for it was about 3-4 months. In fact, I was there when Kennedy got shot. In fact, the night that Kennedy got shot, or the day he got shot, they were playing PT 109 at the base theater, and everything went closed up, guns were out, and everybody's on top, ready to do whatever was necessary. So anyways, I finished up the school there, and I even got to drive a Jeep in the Rose Bowl, because the Seabees had a little thing going where, I don't know who arranged it, but we always got to go down, well, the Seabees in Port Hueneme would take the Jeeps in a caravan down there to the Rose Bowl, and the photographers would take their cameras, put them in the back end of the Jeep, and you'd drive them around. And so you got a free Rose Bowl ticket and dinner somewhere. And so then after I finished that tour up, I went to Mobile Construction Battalion 1.